Hello lovelies. Lesley, not quite enough yarn. Buckle up, I've got a lot that I've been doing. Hope everyone's well first of all. Hope you're all taking care of yourselves and keeping well and healthy and happy and warm or cool as you need to. Because it's been miserable weather here, although we have been fortunate at times, which I will go into. So firstly, yes, I was doing the tech editing introduction course last week, and then on the course they decided to give away a place to the next course for those who are interested. So the introductory course was just that. It's a sort of relatively light on time and on finances, so that it's dipping your toe in the water to see if it's something you think you'd be interested in pursuing. But Carol, who runs the course, does run a tech editing course to really kind of get the nitty-gritty and get you ready to do that as a money-making opportunity should you wish to do so. And the two people who run the course gave away a place on the next course, and they decided to give it to me. I won! Very exciting. Oh goodness me, I was delighted and shocked and all of those things. Yeah, it was all a bit, oh, that's marvellous. I mean, talking, because I said last week, you know, not sponsored, just a fan. And then they give me this course, but it's still not a sponsorship. You know, it was kind of winning a prize. When talking with them afterwards, I mentioned this podcast, complete blank looks from them. So I don't think they were thinking, oh, this would be a good promotion opportunity or anything like that. Do excuse Heidi, she's obviously very excited too. That's probably the postman. So, yeah, so I start that in a few weeks, which is bewildering and exciting and all of those things. So that was Friday. Yeah, Friday, I think. Yeah, just wow. Then Saturday I went to visit family, and we went out for lunch in a very nice looking building, which I'll put a photograph in here. It was just nice to be with the family. The place was actually empty apart from us. They do a lot of functions, corporates, weddings, that sort of thing. But they obviously don't do a lot of Saturday lunches, which is fine. So it meant we didn't have to worry about making a noise or being a nuisance. So not that I'm sure we'd worry anyway, but yeah, that was good. So that was Saturday. And then Sunday, met up with my friends and we went to Oxford now, or Oxfordshire, I should say. Those of you who have been watching the vlog for a while may look at some of the footage at the end of this thinking, that's a bit familiar, because we basically had the same trip again. We arranged to meet early March, and bless her, the person who had made all the arrangements then tested positive for COVID, so was unable to join us, which was a real shame. So we went back to the same hotel and did the same things. We went to Woodstock, which is a very pretty town. Any of you who've been to Blenheim Palace will have been through Woodstock. And also there was a nice sort of garden centre which had a good Christmas shop and those sorts of things. So all that sort of stuff we had a look at as well. A lot of it was sitting around, drinking tea, cheers, and putting the world to rights. So it was really lovely to spend time with them. We're on WhatsApp all the time, and we Zoom every now and again, but it is nice to actually be in the same place. Just, yeah, you know, you don't need me to tell you this stuff, you know this. So yeah, that was all really good fun. Came back yesterday and was absolutely cream crackered. Sorry, that means very tired. Yeah, just really done in by the time I drove home yesterday. We were very lucky with the weather on Monday, which was the day when we were out and about. Yesterday it was pretty rainy again, and I had a slightly delayed journey because part of the M25, which is the London Orbital motorway, after I dropped my friends off, there was a lane blocked or closed off because of flooding on it on the motorway, so that slowed things down a bit, but not dramatically, only by about sort of 20 minutes or so. So got home during the afternoon and was just a very sleepy girl for the rest of the day, very low energy, but having had a great time. So that's all good. So much excitement around here, what with the course and the trip away. Yeah, really enjoying my time off work. I have phone calls I could make. I'll probably do those tomorrow to arrange visits, because people have been in touch while I've been off saying, can you do this ceremony, this ceremony. So I have work to go back to, which is always reassuring. I'm funny like that. And yeah, all good fun. Craft wise, I took this with me, which is my Eureka cardigan by Nicola Suzanne, which looks very muddly at the moment because I've split for the sleeves and it's the sleeve I'm working on, but all of the other projects I have on the go are working from cones, so not quite as portable. So I've probably got, I think I got about that much done. So not a huge amount. I mean, whilst I only really knitted after we'd had dinner, there wasn't, the only thing with the hotel that we went to that we would improve, if we were asked, was having a sort of lounge area, because there was a restaurant, which is where we had meals, and there was a bar where you could have meals, but the bar was set up for dining. So it wasn't a bar that you could just really sort of sit and have a drink and chat. So we went back to one of the rooms. She meant me carrying my chair along the path to take it to the room, so we had enough chairs. Anyone watching us would really have wondered what we were doing, I'm sure. So yeah, so we'd go to one of the rooms and sort of sit there and have a drink and a good old chat and lots of very silly laughter. And that's when I was knitting. So you might look at that and think, well, if you've had 2 days, that's not that much. Not that it's a race, as we know. But it was just really in the evenings that I was knitting. And it was lovely to just sit there and chat, and one other person was knitting as well. So that's all good. Yes. And it's only Wednesday. So I'll record again tomorrow. But I hope you're all keeping well. Cheers. Hello, lovelies. So it's Thursday, and during knit night last night, I finished an object. My great niece's coat. I will give all the details in the month end podcast as usual, but I finished this beauty last night. And you're going to want to know what it's called, aren't you? It's called My Great Niece's Coat. That's the bit of paper I'm looking for. It is the Snow Queen Sweater Coat by Alison Stewart Guinea. I'm presuming that's how the last bit of the surname is pronounced. And it's from a book called Fairy Tale Knits, 32 Projects to Knit Happily Ever After. I made some modifications, obviously, because that's what I do. But I'll talk about that. I'll talk about those and about the yarn at the month end. But I'm very happy with how it's turned out. And I'm hoping that it will be a useful item as well as a pretty one. I'm going to call it there for this week because I've been rabbiting on. I mean, yesterday I just did not shut up. That's a bit whistly, sorry. And Friday, although I'm not at work, Friday is turning into busy in nice ways. So I will bid you adieu for this week, but I hope that you're all keeping well. Thank you for all the comments and thoughts and observations. And I hope that life is treating you kindly. So take care, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thanks for your thoughts, and I'll see you next week. Cheers. Bye bye.